G'day folks. Well, it's one of them Mondays again. This time I've actually been to work. No more holidays, so it's all good though. Yeah, I've got a lot of stuff come in and just mucking around sorting things out at the moment. The weather's been really nice, but it's a shame I'm actually working because I probably should have taken this week off instead of the last one I had. Because we've got 21 degrees today and 21 tomorrow, I think. It's going to be really nice, so that's sort of why I haven't been doing much in here. The Jag engine block's still where it is, the Westinghouse hasn't moved. There are two things that I want to do when I like get bad weather or something like that, but it's just been so good. I've just been focusing on outside stuff, which is a bit of a change for once. Being trapped in here in winter time's not much fun. Of course it's fun, but not when you're itching to get stuff done outside and tidy up and liquidate junk equipment and stuff. That backyard was starting to look pretty atrocious, but now I've got rid of some air conditioners and things that should be good. Well, I'm going to anyway. I've got a mate to come over and quickly recover some on Saturday. Evidently we didn't get all the gas because it was just so cold it just dissolved into the oil. And yeah, one of them kind of decided to puke halfway through a video I was shooting, which was kind of funny. Don't get me wrong, I do like to recover most of the gas, but sometimes you just can't help it, so don't send me any more private messages about gas stuff, because every fridgie will tell you, like, especially when you're working on a time constraint, you got to get the compressor and everything out, and you'll always find a little bit migrating out of the oil, especially if you shake it up or tip it over. It just goes blurt and starts vomiting everywhere. It's happened plenty of times, so it does look pretty bad, but it's just a part of the business, unless you got to sit around for an hour waiting for it to vac down 100% and hope to God nothing leaks air into your bottle or your pump or something like that. But the main reason was I want to reuse this gas that I got out of those units. They are brand new generic Chinese units, so I didn't want to risk a vacuum leak through one of the king valves on the pump. So yeah, we couldn't pull an absolute vacuum, just sort of turned the pump on and off as the pressure came up and just kept it around zero. But yeah, it didn't do the best job. Doesn't matter though. Anyway, other questions? Well, I am getting into the Westinghouse soon, that sort of stuff. Just thought I'd browse through my thing. I got had a bit of a look at one of the local gun trader sites, and I'm not really getting into shooting. I know some people want to see some shooting videos and things. Just looking at shotguns, I would love to have a single shot smoke pole or boomstick, like a 12 gauge shotgun, but nah, there's nowhere to shoot it. And even if I rocked up at the local shooting range with a dead television in the back of my car, they're not going to let me put it down range and blow it to bits. I only know a couple of places I can do that, and they're like 200 miles away. So I'm not going to bother with that sort of thing. As much as I'd love to have a boomstick or something, can't even shoot in my backyard. No way. Not even if it's a frangible round or a beanbag round or a 410 loaded with rat shot. Can't do it. It's just not allowed. I mean, look, 150 bucks for a Stevens 410 or Stevens 12 gauge, which has needs a bit of home gunsmith work done on the stock. $65 including postage. Like, that guy's not looking for much more than scrap value by the time you post it to Victoria. But nah. You've still got transfer fees. It has to go straight to a dealer. It has to be, I have to put in a permit to acquire to get it through my license and that sort of thing. It's more trouble than it's really worth, just for the occasional thing you got to drive 100 kilometres to shoot. Same with pistols, they're even more of a nightmare to shoot. As much as I'd love that DWM Luger, wow, look at the price on it. I would love to have a Luger, but you got to either have a collector's license or compete. So being a collector's thing, you wouldn't want to do a pistol competition with it, so you'd have to actually have a proper collector's license, and that's pretty hard to get. And for the price of more than what I've spent on my car, no thanks. But yeah, there's a ton of good stuff. I might post a link to this site in the description. It's all for licensed gun owners who want to sell or buy. Don't bother sending any messages if you're not licensed. They just won't deal with you, or if they do, the first thing they'll ask is what's your license number. So don't bother. There are some things which you can buy, like Militaria. I just noticed they've got a Militaria section I'm going to go through, but generally if it's actually a firearm or live ammunition, you cannot get it. unless you've got a license, and then if you do buy something like a pistol or something, you've got to use it so many times a year in competition. So Australia's not exactly the best country to get into shooting sports. And when I say shooting sports, I mean shooting 42-inch plasma televisions, because I'd much love to have done that with a couple I've had. Anyway, enough of that. I got goodies from a friend in Arizona. I'm going to post a link to his description in the video. Sorry, link to his site in the video description. Damn it, brain, done it again. And yes, I like that. EDW for Edward. That's really cool, and it's a nice old copper-plated special vehicle plate, historical vehicle plate. That wouldn't be very common. And I like that one. Little car's going to have to wear that one. How you going? Yeah, and I still got my mate's ones to put up somewhere from Arizona, or not Arizona, sorry, North Carolina and Florida. They're both Arizona plates. So thank you, Scott, for sending me them. And likewise, I got some computer goodies in today. These are the ones I ordered on Friday morning. PCCasegear.com. Very good shipping priority. Like this arrived early today, I think. It's Monday, so that's a really good turnaround over a weekend, unless they were open on Saturday and got it all prepped then. That was very quick. So that's $400 worth of stuff there. And I could have bought an awesome boomstick for that kind of price, but at least I can use this in my house. Anyway, more hoses and stuff for the Micra. I'll be doing that as soon as possible, although it was very well behaved on Saturday. Drives straight, doesn't shudder or do anything weird. It was only shuddering because I had the spare wheel on the front, and the spare's bent apparently, or it looks like it anyway. So I've got to replace that one. The car was rear-ended, and the spare tyre was the only thing that stopped it from going in far enough to actually damage the structure of the car. So I can understand, because it was bolted to the floor, it's pulled the centre of the wheel hub and actually buckled it. So I've got to replace that. If I ever have to put it on the front, it's just going to shake violently at anything above 40 kilometres an hour. It's pretty nasty. So I've got two moulded radiator hoses. They're the only thing I could find in inventory at Repco as far as moulded ones go. I'm just going to have to make the rest out of straight hose. But that's not hard. And yeah, I've got a lamp glass for the little duplex lamp. I'm just going to make a nice base for it. And fix the, there's a little web in between which likes to build up a big blob of carbon. But yeah, that's kind of neat. An old duplex. The lamp glass was $20 from oillamps.com.au. So yeah, that's about it for now, I think. Yeah, just got to get more stuff done outside. I've got to strip some of those condensers down. We'll do an autopsy video on a couple of them. Especially that big 3-phase one, although it makes a nice tabletop for my water pump. I'm never going to be able to run it, and it's got water in the system now, so it's just useless. Contactors are full of water and corrosion. I'm not going to waste my time or money trying to fix it up for a use which I can't even run it properly. I could probably spin the compressor with the 3-phase VFD, but as soon as it builds head pressure beyond 80 pounds or so, it's just going to stall the drive. And that's not acceptable, it just won't do it. So yeah, that one's going to be condemned and coil scrapped. Get copper and other crap out of it. I'll go Harvey's with Brad since he brought it down for me to autopsy. Same with some other bits and pieces. We'll just spend the money wisely and have some fun. That's what it's all about here, having fun and learning stuff. So once I get more room and just finish sorting things out, we'll do a lot more learning. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for a lot more.